Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 8 of the Gratitude Challenge, altering journey that is really going to raise your vibration, reset your mindset, shift your mindset into a more positive mindset, and overall fill your minds with peace and your hearts with joy and your life with just more gratitude, thankfulness, and abundance. Today, I wanted to talk about the excuses that you may make during your inner work journey, during your personal growth journey, because there are so many excuses that I know I made when I first began my journey of personal growth and development. Right now, let's have our moment of gratitude. You may be wondering why we make up so many excuses. Our brains are evolved to protect ourselves during difficult times or difficult situations. Our brains are like wired to look for problems. So, of course, when some kind of difficult situation arises, stress or turmoil, our brains try to protect ourselves. We resist in that moment. Our brains shut down and want to run away. It's that fight or flight response, that freeze response. And that's what happens in that moment. Now, let's talk about the different excuses that you might make during your personal growth journey. The excuses that I made during my personal growth journey. Maybe you're making these same excuses. So, my first excuse, I don't have money. Now, what did money have to do with your personal growth? I have books at home that I could have started to read. There's books on YouTube. There's YouTube. You can download books on YouTube. You can listen to audiobooks on YouTube for free. So you don't need money. You don't need to have, audiobooks or anything like this. There's Google. You can research books and download books for free. Now, as far as mentoring, I was like, okay, I don't have any mentors. I don't have any coaches because, again, I don't have money. But guess what? With YouTube, there are so many amazing coaches and mentors. You don't always have to know them personally. You don't always have to have met them in person, but they can still be able to coach you. They can still be able to mentor you. And I've had many people that I've found on YouTube that were personally able to coach me and mentor me and have helped me so much and really have been a catalyst during my personal development journey. You have money, you don't have the books, you don't have the coaches, you don't have the mentors. Community. So that's another thing. Within your community, you could also have different coaches and mentors within your, let's say, like your church community. And if you're not a part of some kind of community, it's really important to get connected to some kind of community, especially in today's time. You do not want to be by yourself, and you do not want to be isolated in these dark, difficult times that we're really going forward into. I mean, we're like literally in war right now. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be in the dark. You don't want to be isolated. So get connected to a good church and a good community. There are a lot of really good churches and supportive church communities that come alongside with that. So definitely stay connected. Maybe you make the excuse that you're not ready. Well, there's really no such thing as ready. You're never going to be ready. If you don't start now, you're never going to be ready. What are you waiting for? Just go for it. Just do it. Take that leap. Start reading that book. Start looking at those YouTube videos. Talk to someone in your community. Start journaling. So many different ways that you can start to begin doing your inner work. You can even look up on Google like journaling prompts, like shadow work prompts, inner child work prompts. So there's really no room for any excuses. I don't know about you, but I just make the worst excuses ever. I just come up with the worst excuses for every single situation in my life. So I would literally make one of my excuses was when I first began, oh, I don't have a quiet space of my own because I live with my family. Okay, well, you know what? Guess what? I can go in my car. I can go drive to the library. I can go to a Starbucks. I can find some kind of quiet time even at my house. So that was an excuse that I don't have any time alone or time to myself or quiet time to sit alone and really self-reflect. Self-reflection, you can do self-reflection anywhere at any time. It doesn't necessarily have to be by yourself and necessarily have to be alone quietly. Use what you have, use the resources that you have, and start doing that work. Another excuse I made: I don't have a journal. It's like, Kelly, you don't need a journal to start journaling. You got a phone, start journaling on your phone. You have a laptop, start journaling on your laptop. I mean, I literally just made every excuse in the book to not do my inner work and to run away from doing the work, healing, growing. I just was resisting. I was constantly resisting, and this was just hindering me from growing at all. I hindered myself by telling myself I wasn't worthy, that I wasn't worthy of healing, worthy of personal development, of evolving, of changing, of growing my mindset, of shifting my mindset. I told myself I couldn't do it. I told myself I wasn't worthy. And that just wasn't true, because of course I'm worthy. I'm always worthy. My worthiness is never in question. If you're listening to this, that is true for you too. You are worthy. You are always worthy, and your worthiness is never in question. So never question it. You can do this. You can grow. You can change. You can shift your mindset. You can expand. You just have to do it. So those are just some of the excuses that I made up during my inner work journey, during my personal growth journey, that maybe you might be making up as well. But remember, these excuses only hinder your personal growth, only hinder you moving forward and reaching those end goals and those end dreams. So you don't want to hinder yourself. You don't want to run away. You want to stand there, buckle down, and do the work. How does this tie into gratitude? We want to be thankful. We want to be grateful for where we're at right now in life, no matter where you're at. We want to be grateful and be thankful for the small victories, the big victories, just for all of it. Just be thankful for your growth and where you're at right now in your personal growth journey. Even if you don't think you're at where you should be, or you think you should have been farther than what you're at right now. No, you don't want to fall behind. You want to keep going, but just be grateful and thankful for where you're at right now, because I took a lot of time not being grateful, feeling like I'm behind, feeling like I'll never catch up, feeling like I should be so much farther in life, until I realized I'm where I need to be. I'm doing exactly what I need to do in the time that I need to do it. God has placed all these desires in my heart. All I have to do is be the hands and feet for God and keep going and keep moving, and I'm on time. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm being obedient. And that's what I want to tell you. That's what I want to leave you with. Just be obedient to God. If He places those desires in your heart, act on those desires. Don't hinder yourself. Don't stop yourself. Don't make up excuses. Just go for it. It might not make sense. Most of the time, it doesn't make sense. And that's the scary part. You're like, why am I doing this? This doesn't really make sense. Why am I on this journey right now? Why am I practicing this 30 days of gratitude right now with Kelly? It might not make sense now, but it'll make sense later. It's all for a reason. Hey, even I'm wondering, like, why this gratitude challenge, God? Like, He placed His desire in my heart, and I just immediately jumped on it. Normally, I think about it, I'd hesitate, I'd make up excuses, but I was like, nope, I got to jump on this. I got to do this. For whatever the reason is, I'm just going to follow God's lead. I'm just going to be obedient, and I'm just going to move when He says move and jump when He says jump. And I want you to do the exact same thing, because that's where we learn the lessons. That's where the personal growth comes in. That's the journey. So just keep being hopeful, thankful. I wish you much peace, love, and abundance, and I will talk to you tomorrow.